Destinasyon Candon City Division, tara na!
Hello! A happy and healthy day to our beloved learners, supportive parents, and guardians. I am Teacher Libby, your teacher in the third episode of the subject PE for grade 6. Are you ready, children? If yes, very good. Let us now start. Here is the objective of our lesson. After going through this lesson, you are expected to execute the different skills involved in the game Hopscotch. And these are our guide questions. Number 1. What is Piko or Hopscotch? Number 2. What are the mechanics or rules of the game? Next one. What is the aim of the game? And the fourth. What are the skills involved in the game? Have you tried playing Piko, kids? If no, well, you must try at least once while you're still young. Piko is a game that joins all children of the world together wherever they live. Piko is unbelievably old. When ancient Rome cities were dug up, drawings of hopscotch lines were found on the stone floors. Everywhere, it is played for one aim: to win a place to call one's home. In the Philippines, the game is also known as Kip-Kip, Piko ba, Laban ang Segking. Piko is often a girl's game, but even boys enjoy it. Piko or hopscotch is very popular in the Philippines. You can use chalk or charcoal to write the boxes on the ground. If it is on soil, you can use a stick to create the boxes. Boxes are either 8 to 10 or 12, and their steps, whether 1 or 2, may vary. A child can play this alone, but it is usually more fun if you have 7 playmates to play with you. Piko is simply a Filipino variation of hopscotch. This is a game where players play in a drawn rectangular-shaped box with usually 8 to 10 sections. Players toss a small object called pamato into rectangles outlined on the ground and then hop or jump through the spaces using one or both feet without stepping on the lines to retrieve the pamato. And these are the mechanics of the game. The player stands in front of rectangle number 1. The player takes turn in tossing her pamato inside the 5th rectangle's dividing line. The player who tosses her pamato closest to this line gets to play first. And this is called manuhan. Kids, only hops and skips are allowed using either the left or the right foot. Landing on both fields is only allowed in the area or areas considered as home or bahay of a certain player who has earned it after successfully finishing the game. No other player can step on this area. The first player tosses her pamato to rectangle number 1, then hops first to box 2, then all the boxes until reaches number 8. Then repeat it, but this time returning to starting point. When the player reaches box 2, she picks her pamato and hops back to starting point. Neither the player nor the pamato must touch the line, otherwise the player loses her turn. When the player reaches tossing box 8 and played successfully, she may now toss her pamato while her back turned against the rectangular play area. She tosses her pamato towards the direction of the play area. Where the pamato lands, that area becomes her home or bahay. The player with the most number of homes wins. Again, the player loses her turn if the pamato lands outside the box or touches the line. She uses the wrong foot or wrong feet. She steps on the border line. She hops on the wrong square and on someone's house. From this game, you learn number 1, balance. Number 2, the early counting. Number 3, patience as you wait for your turn. Number 4, to aim something using your hands, arms, and fingers. Number 5, you gauge the weight of your pack and throw it with just the bright force. And number 6, to strengthen your knees as you put your weight on one leg and bend down to retrieve your puck. We also have skills involved in playing Piko. Number 1, flexibility. The player needs to bend and move smoothly in throwing the pamato in the rectangle. Next, balance. The player needs to stand on one foot, left or right, to pick up the pamato. And number 3, coordination. The player needs eye-hand and eye-body coordination. This time, we'll check if you have understood our lesson. Let's have an exercise, and this is the direction. Read the items carefully. Write true if the statement is correct and false if the statement is wrong. You will be given 5 seconds to write your answer on your paper. First one, Piko is a game where players play in a drawn rectangular shaped box with usually 8 to 10 sections. 5 seconds starts now. And the correct answer is true. Next, number 2. Piko can be played individually or by group. Timer starts now. And the answer is, of course, true. Next one. The player who tosses his pamato closes the fifth line gets to play last. Timer starts now. And the correct answer is false. Next, number 4. Only hops and skips are allowed using either the left, the right foot, or both on certain rectangles. Timer starts now. And the answer is, of course, it's true. Next, number 5. Neither the player nor the pamato must touch the line, otherwise the player loses his turn. Timer starts now. The answer is true. Next, number 6. The player with the greatest number of homes wins. Timer starts now. And the answer is true. Next, let's move on. Number 7. The player wins turn if the pamato lands outside the box and touches the line. Timer starts now. And the correct answer is, of course, it is false. Next, let's move on to number 8. Each player takes turn in tossing his pamato inside the 5th rectangle's dividing line. Timer starts now. And the answer is true. Let's move on to number 9. The aim of the Piko game is to win a place to call one's own. Timer starts now. And the answer is true. Let's move on. No other player can step on your home or bahay. Timer starts now. And the correct answer is true. Did you get them all, kids? Yes? Alright, that's cool. For the next one, play Piko at home with your siblings or relatives, following, of course, the safety protocols. Take pictures while playing the game. Send it to your teacher through Messenger in your group chat. After playing the game, answer the following questions. So number 1, did you enjoy playing the game? Number 2, what are the skills involved in playing Piko you have learned? And number 3, usually, how many sections does a Piko box have? Number 4, what value or values you learned in playing Piko? And number 5, did you execute the different skills involved in the game Piko? Explain. And this is where our lesson ends. I hope you have learned a lot. Again, I am Teacher Libby. Thank you for listening. Until our next episode, goodbye! Have a good day and God bless you!